Hi guys, Samantha from Jessama Tutorials here, and today I'm going to show you how to create a blended flower cane. So to create this cane you are going to need 3 colours of Primo that you like. You can use Kato or Fimo, whichever clay you use, but today I'm going to be using Fimo. And so you're going to need to start, the ones that I'm using today are Wisteria, Purple and Periwinkle, and this is the blend that I'm going to be using. You can use any colours that you want. Now, to create your Skinner blend, you can use any square that you want, but I want it to fit my pasta machine exactly so that I don't have to worry about it not fitting. So what I did was I add a sheet of each colour, and then I took one of my Skinner blend triangles, the one for the 3-pot Skinner blend, and I cut out each triangle, as you can see. And then I've cut each side and I'm going to flip it over, and this will now fit a 7-inch pasta machine easily. And if you wanted more colours in your Skinner blend, you can go and have a look at my Skinner blend triangle cutters. I'll provide a link. I go all the way up to a 10-pot Skinner blend triangle that will fit in a 7-inch pasta machine, so you can go and check that out. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and this is twice my thickest setting, so this is around 1.5 centimeters thick. So I'll go pop through pasta machine, create the blend, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, and here is the blend now it's finished. Really nice. Now I just need to make a correction before. When I said that this was twice my thickest setting, I said that it was about 1.5 centimeters. That was inaccurate. It was around 8 millimeters thick, so sorry about that. So at the moment it is around 4 millimeters thick. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to run it through my pasta machine as soon as I've condensed it down. So I'm going to fold it in half quite a few times because I want to get down quite small, and this is because we're going to make an Ikat cane with it. So just fold it so it's nice and thick, and then grab one end and start pressing it towards the other end. And now this can take a little bit of work to get it. If you can fold it again, that generally helps. The thicker the fold, the thicker the slab that you're pushing on, the easier it is to reduce it. Okay, and I'll try to get into somewhat of a cylinder shape, and I can press it down, as you can see. Okay, and this will help with our Ikat cane. There we go. See that we're getting it down, and then just roll it to get rid of any creases that you might have created. So you don't want that. And there you can see that we're getting it down quite far. So I'm almost done. There we go. Okay, so that should be about fine. Then find an area that looks nice, press on it, bring over your roller and flatten it out so that it can go through your pasta machine again. And if you can condense it more, that's always a good thing. Okay. And then just make sure that you flatten it out enough that it's not going to put your pasta machine under strain from putting a nice thick piece of clay through. Okay. There. Now I'll run this through my thickest setting. There we go. Then I'm going to run it down to my number 4 setting, which is about 2 millimeters thick. And again, I am lengthening the blend, like that. Okay, and now because we're making a blended flower, trim away any areas where the blend breaks up, like over there. And keep these pieces. What you do with them So you basically just keep them together like that, and then you can roll that through, and that will be another blend for later on. Okay, so this was on my 4th setting, about 2mm. Then I rolled a sheet of white out on my 2nd thinnest setting, which is about 1/2 mm thick. And I might have a bit too much here, so let me just quickly slice away some, because I don't need all of that. And I'll bring that down to my thinnest setting and roll it through. Okay, let me just pop that off to the side. Okay, then this blend you want to start chopping into equal sections. There we go. So that's enough for me to show you what I want to do. Then bring over your white. I'll just move this out the way. It's quite a nice blend. Okay. And bring over your white. And I'm going to cut strips from that too, that are about the same thickness as the ones that I cut from the blend. There we go. And you'll take this, you'll bring the white along, just lay it about halfway up your piece. Then bring over the next one. You'll place that on top. And then another white piece halfway up. And continue doing that until you've used up your Skinner blend. Okay, so here is what it looks like. And so that's the stack, and this is the cane you're gonna end up with. Trim away your excess white. And then just trim away any excess that you have over here. There we go. And then start pressing so that you can form it into an even rectangle. So I'll bring over my roller to help me do that, because I want it nice and even. Okay. And now you can see that these lines are not very thick. That's fine, because once we condense it down into a petal, it will look nice. So just start pressing and reducing. Okay, so here it is reduced. So now what I want to do is I want to press the white side into a petal shape. You need to do this slowly, so go backwards and forwards, pressing this into a point. And you can use things like rollers to help if you need. Just get it at the right angle, and it can help. You can press from the side as well. Just get it into a nice sharp point. And this has to be the white side. It doesn't have to be, but that's the side that I want to do. So you can see we're working that into a triangular shape. Now it doesn't have to be completely perfect just yet, but you do want to get it fairly good. And so you can see that it's going to take a little while to get this right. And smooth every now and then as well. Okay, then what you want to do is you just want to trim off this end. And I want to cut it into sections. Okay. Then I want to take that and I want to place them together. In batches of 3. Yeah. Okay, let me just see what's supposed to come next. And this is going to give us some blended petals. They have a very subtle gradient going through them. Okay, there we are. Okay, now each one, what you need to do is you need to slowly bend it so that you form another point on the white side. Just like that. And do it with the others too. Okay. Then just trim up your edges. And then I just need to figure out which side's which. There we are. You can see how that's starting to look. Then we're going to place those 3 together. And you're going to form one petal out of that as well. Just by bending back these edges and forming that point. Okay, and so I've reduced it as well so that it will now be able to fit. I'll be able to cut out 6 pieces. So if I trim this up, you can see that we have a nice gradient. Which is nice, and the effects that you get with the satin slice, not the satin slice, the Ikat cane's quite pretty as well. So first what we want to do now is we want to cut out 6 pieces. There we go. And then what you could do actually is you could form almost something that looks similar to a kaleidoscope, where it's multicoloured, which is similar to what we're going to be doing because we are going to be doing a flower cane. But I just want to show you what this looks like quickly. So you can see there that that would create quite an interesting kaleidoscope. Anyway, we're not going to be doing that, so let me just take these pieces out. And you want to round up the top part into that typical rounded petal shape. There we go. And do that same for all of the other ones. Okay, so I've moulded them all. Now you need to decide whether you want to pop them together like this or like this. And I'm thinking I want to pop them together like that so that each of the petals appears to be separate. I just want to check this side as well to make sure that I'm doing it properly. There we go. And now before you do anything, just move it around and make sure that everything is in the right spots. Sometimes it helps to only make half of the flower first and get all of those pieces all nice and popped together. Then you do the same on the other side, because we do need to pack with translucent, so it can be easier to pack the translucent on a half rather than a whole. Okay, so let me just bring over that translucent, and I'm going to be using Primo white translucent today. I'm just going to open up that packet. Okay, and just roll out a piece of translucent. And now I like to make my translucent a little bit softer than the initial clay around that makes up the cane, because then I can squish my translucent in and get a perfect fit without worrying about distorting the cane. So nice soft translucent to fill in those gaps. And I'm using the white translucent, which is different from the normal Primo translucent, because when it bakes it has a slight blue tint rather than a slight yellow tint. And so depending on what colours you have chosen to use, you might prefer having a normal translucent or a white translucent, depending on what your colour spectrum is. Okay, so that's one lot padded, and I just pinch to get a slight rectangle and then push it into the right spot. There. Then you place these two together. And then you'll pop translucent into the other areas. And now if your translucent is hard, then you'll need to shape it a little bit more than what I'm doing. But this white translucent is really, really fresh, and so it's just swooshing into place perfectly. Okay, now you'll bring over another piece of your white translucent, and I'm just going to roll this out because I need a sheet to wrap around this. Okay, and that should fit into place. And then just close that up. And there we are, that is it. You are now going to reduce your cane. And it's a round one, so it should be fairly easy to reduce. And I like to start from the middle and work my way out. Now I want to do multiple sizes, so I'm going to reduce down to my largest size and then go from there and reduce to my smallest size and cut out pieces in between so that I end up with multiple canes. Okay, and I'm just going to continue reducing. Okay, so I've finished reducing those canes. So here is the largest one, and we're just going to work down from there. I'm just trying to position them so you can see them properly. You can see we're going down quite small here. Last one. There we go. And so there are all of our pieces. And now it depends completely on you on how far you want to reduce it and what sizes you want. It doesn't really matter for the tutorial, you just need a varying amount of sizes. So that is basically it for this tutorial. I do hope that it was helpful to you. In the next tutorial I will be showing you how to use these flower canes in a project. We will be creating a collar and a bracelet. We'll see if it is 2 more parts or whether it is 1 more part. So we will have to see if that is the case. So we'll have to just wait until next time. So I do hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please do let me know, and please do give me ideas on what other flower canes you guys would like to see. Some of them I might get to, some of them I might not, we'll have to see. But I do enjoy hearing your thoughts in the comments below. Please do leave a like, that is also very helpful to me. And if you want, you can check out my Patreon account. I have a bunch of tutorials on there that you guys can check out. I post every single month, and you get discounts to my Etsy shop, Jessama Design, where I sell cutters, texture stamps and tutorials. And so that is basically it, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.